evening. I'm Mark Peterson. I'm running for District 3 School Board. I'm not going to go into my resume just like some of the other candidates said they wouldn't do so. Let's face it, everybody hates lawyers anyway, so I'm not going to get into that. But I will talk a little bit about history. I used to teach history down here in the Keys, at one of the charter schools, as a matter of fact, and I'd like to talk about the history of the school board over the last 5 years. Bear with me. During the Acevedo $400,000 theft scandal, the school board found a scapegoat, blamed her, fired her, and left the taxpayers paying the bill. During the $225,000 concession stand scandal, even though the school board signed off on the contract, they picked out a scapegoat, blamed him, fired him, and left the taxpayers with the bill. During the HOB building height limitation, even though the board signed the contract, they picked out a scapegoat, passed the buck to the architect, and left the taxpayers with the bill. During the HOB soil problem, even though they signed the contract that called for no soil borings, they picked out a scapegoat by blaming the project manager, passed the buck, and left the taxpayers with the bill. Recently, the administration disclosed a debt due to FEMA of over $400,000 for repayment of an overpayment by FEMA for the Wilma flood relief. Even though this debt was public knowledge, for 4 years the board denied knowledge, passed the buck, and now we taxpayers are left paying the bill. Now the reserve fund balance is below 3%, so the school board has blamed the prior school board, and their solution is to pass the buck to the prior board, pour money into the reserve by laying off teachers and forcing our students into overcrowded classrooms. Well, if I get elected to the school board, the buck will stop at the school board. Thank you.